You've had me in deep hypnosis, and I asked you not to do that.
Hey guys. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello, Kleiner and Bread. You guys hear we're an hour out? Damn. I did say 3. Hey guys. You guys can hear me? Okay, cool.
We're afraid you might laugh.
Shit. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Oh god, I forgot the transition. It's not the one that I lowered the volume on, and this one's so loud. Holy shit, that is so loud. Oh, what the hell? Is this the right one? That's the wrong one. Never mind. Is Adam talking? I can't hear anything anymore. I'm right here. I see his mouth moving. Adam, did you drink the water I sent an hour ago? Yeah, that doesn't count. You know what? Actually, fine. I'll drink it. I'll drink it. His mouth is moving. Can you guys hear me? You can hear me? Okay, okay. You hear me? Good. All right. So how's everybody doing today? Hmm? How are y'all doing today? Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. His face cam is on? Yeah, I don't see him. Brandon's a fucking liar. You do hear me, you see me, you hear me. Yeah, Brandon's just trolling. So do you guys have your videos ready? You got your cursed videos you want me to see? Yo, why do you look different today, Mike? Bruh. Brandon, what are you talking about? Yeah, Brandon, when are we gonna actually play a game, huh? Yeah, Brandon got dropped on the head. The music I found is pretty cool. I like this music. You visited me yesterday? Yeah, technically he did, but we didn't see each other. Brandon, by any chance do you have scary videos? Or scary scary video you like me to see? You don't? Alright. Let's see. How about I look someone up? Top 15 scary YouTube videos. The following content may contain suicide or self-harm topics. That sounds dangerous.
Number 15.
Number 15.
What do you mean? Doesn't seem like you're ready to join you? Yeah, no, I'm just passing through.
Folks don't tend to pass through Pottsfield.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's nice here.
How does it be being on the stream after me? You're here that early, bro? Damn. That just shows how Brett doesn't listen, man. I said 3. I said 3. I'm just that big of a fan. How about you, Kleiner? When did you get here? This stream's gonna get demonetized so hard. I'm gonna watch different YouTube videos. My VOD channel is like non-existent to YouTube. Everything's monetized to hell. Well, after I told Brett that stream starts at 3 p.m. Oh. Alright. Well, since Burns, the person who redeemed this, isn't here, let's watch this video.
Obey the Walrus. This video obtained its fame a while back from the confusing and creepy vibe it radiates. It's a very old video, and the quality shows that. It features very
Burns is streaming right now. I swear Burns just does it so he can use his points. He doesn't give a shit. Hold on. Actually, speaking of points, let me go to the leaderboard. and fix this because there's a lot of shit here. So let's see. There should be like some bots that are here. There you go. I'm here. Not supposed to be there. The Stream Elements is there. And then I don't know what this is. I think this might be a bot too. But damn, Kleiner's at 26,000 minutes. Sheesh, all time. Michael's close, but that's because he gave me money. So. I'm not sure who this is. I think that's definitely a bot.
Let's start by ruling out ghosts.
No, but I knew it was 3. I just came an hour early because I love you that much. Yeah, I don't really believe him. I don't believe Brad. I think he came here on accident. He thought I was gonna stream at 2. Alright, fix that. Anyways, let's continue watching this. Maybe we can find a scary video with this.
Creepy and childish music that plays over footage.
I'm
of
already
fans
creeped
that are
out, to be
seen
honest with
wearing
you.
a pink dress and walking around in a distorted manner. Towards the end, we get a zoom in of the person's expressionless face before we are faced with a photo of a walrus. The video originally surfaced with the same title in a Spanish language. People began creating reaction videos, which usually went one of 2 ways. Either they laughed uncontrollably, or they were frozen with fear. The video soon came with a myth that it was created by a Latin American cult known as La Morsa, aka the Walrus, and it is said that bad things would happen after watching the video. Again, there has been research put into this video that found it was actually just footage used from the actor's life documentary titled The Goddess Bunny. The actor is named Johnny Baima, and he suffers from polio. He has spoken about going through a lot of sexual abuse as a child, and irrelevantly becoming a drag queen model. Chances are that someone just took footage from his film, made it creepy or funny depending how you see it, and posted it for attention. As for the differing feelings that come alongside this video,
That's pretty disturbing either way. Even if it was a joke, this is pretty disturbing. I wouldn't want to watch this video. Not at all.
it's actually very psychological. The color scheme that the video is set in, the tune of music, and the unknowingness of what is happening tampers with the way our brain processes things and leads to different people having different reactions. No matter the truth behind this video, the fear that it pulls out of some people is very, very real. Number 14. I feel fantastic.
I feel like I've seen this video before. Top 15 scary videos. We're all here watching.
Yet another viral and terrifying video that graced YouTube. This one is a blonde robot in
Sucks because Chills actually has some very creepy videos, but his voice absolutely blows it for me. This guy's wait, who is this guy? He's the guy with that voice, right? Is he Chills? Is that what his name is? This guy, or are you talking about someone else? This video is strangely a part of my childhood. This was back when Chills actually gave you chills. 4 years ago, I haven't slept for 2 days straight because of these strange YouTube videos. Now I couldn't help but binge watch this at 3 a.m. Me in 2016 actually scared. Me in 2021, so nostalgic. This video will be an important part of my childhood. It brings me back to the good old memories back when I used Browse and YouTube, watch all those creepy mystery YouTube videos channels, and now I feel so nostalgic watching this stuff again. Bruh. Okay, I know who this is. All right, actually I do know a scary person. I'm showing you guys my subscriptions right now, but I know someone who's actually kind of scary. Since I'm not really a big YouTuber, I don't think it's, I mean, since I'm not a big anything, I don't think it's a problem that I'd watch it on stream. What's their name? Brad, why are you obsessed with me drinking water? I like this guy's videos, although I don't watch them all the time, but they're pretty good. The Devil in the Doll. Do you guys know who this is by any chance? A haunting in Indiana, the mysterious prank incident. How many people am I sub to? A lot. I just forget to unsub from people. That's why. But I don't actually like watch most of these videos. The ones here at the beginning are the top people I actually do watch though. Yeah. Can't believe you're questioning me. I am, man. You're constantly trying to drown me. I feel like I need to worry about myself here. Phone calls from the dead, personal stories of BTS team. Why would I watch that? What are you guys in the mood for? Supernatural, realistic, tragedy, and Death Valley. Like I've said in the past, I'm taking care of you, making sure you stay healthy. Damn, that should be a full-time job. Yeah, this one looks interesting. You guys should follow this guy. He's cool. Has cool videos. I tried to be nice and Adam accusing me of trying to drown him. You're trying to drown me. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Instead of trying to get me to be healthy, you're actually trying to drown me. Oh my god. Let's watch this one together.
While stories of haunted dolls can be traced back many generations, it was not until the arrival of Hollywood characters such as Chucky and Annabelle that the concept of possessed puppets truly cemented itself within the wider public consciousness. In this episode,
honestly, when I was younger, Chucky was so scary to me. I remember having a specific dream of Chucky just coming out of the floor and murdering me. I hate and like dolls at the same time. Oh, you're gonna love this video then.
examine 3 allegedly true stories of toys which seem to have a life of their own, and try to determine exactly what was behind the devil in the doll. Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this episode.
Yes, thank you, Surfshark.
Surfshark is offering an amazing deal
Please sponsor me, Surfshark.
by going to surfshark.deals.
Raven, hey, welcome to the stream. Raven, you got any scary videos you want me to see? Guys, follow Surfshark. Get Surfshark. Be safe in the internet. Raven, how you doing today? Burns redeemed scary videos, so we're gonna be watching scary videos. Surfshark jump scare. I know, right? It comes from the ocean. And if you're not protected, they're gonna get you. I don't have Surfshark. I would get a VPN, but the thing with VPNs, they make you pay yearly instead of monthly. So I have to pay $100. Seriously? Unless there's something different, I'm just not seeing. I'm good. This is Bedtime Stories. I don't know if you guys heard him. It's pretty good. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Why are you tired, Brad? Are you sleeping late? You've been awake for around 26 hours? Nah. Why? Jeez. See, you know what? You know what's funny? Today I gave myself a sleep schedule and I put on my phone that I'm gonna start sleeping at 12 because I'm like staying up for no reason watching TikToks and I hate that.
Robert Eugene Otto was born on the 25th of October 1900 into one of the wealthiest families in the Floridian city of Key West.
That doll right there to
From
the
a
left
young
is
age,
scary.
He preferred his second name over his first and was known to everyone in his household simply as Gene. By the age of 3, his parents had duly commenced the search for a nursemaid to supplement their staff and attend to their son's needs. After several interviews, a Bahamian lady was finally employed, who quickly went on to form a close bond with her young charge. But the nurse was soon to discover why there was such a speedy turnover of staff within the family, when she was handed her notice for the most trivial of matters.
Okay, be honest, who would have this doll? Who would ever own this shit? That's creepy. That's like an old person face right there. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Brad. You're right. You still have mod. You're right. My bad. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. You're right. So sorry about that. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for reminding me. My bad. You got an ad? Why? You're already in here. You can't sleep? That's why you've been up for 26 hours? Jeez. It was an honor. Yes, it was, Brad. Yes, it was. You should try taking like sleeping gummies or I don't know, drink tea. Cause sleep is very important. It really is. Dude, without sleep I act so bad. Oh my god. Without sleep I am horrible. Just horrible. I'm like my attitude, just everything. I'm a type of person that needs sleep or else I become a horrible person.
If the hand-stitched doll she handed to Jean prior to her departure was created to ease the boy's heartache or to perhaps simply irritate his parents. Regardless, Jean immediately fell in love with his new companion, a 3-foot-tall puppet dressed in a sailor's uniform, who he named Robert. In no time at all, he was spending hours with his new best
You have
friend,
insomnia?
and as the servants went about their business,
How bad is an insomnia? I feel like a lot of people have it and it's so bad that they need to take medication for it. How bad is it for you?
they would regularly catch the sound of 2 young boys conversing with one another, coming from behind the closed door of his bedroom.
Ooh, he's talking to the
Quite
doll.
naturally, it was assumed that Jean was providing the voice for Robert, affecting a slightly gruffer tone to differentiate it from himself. But soon, rumours began to circulate amongst some of the servants that they believed they had in fact heard 2 distinctly different voices coming from the young boy's room.
The doll's possessed.
Then, one day, Jean's panicked screams brought his parents running upstairs. As they hurried across the landing towards his bedroom, they also heard what they thought was devilish laughter.
Oh, you've had insomnia your whole life? Jeez. Why do so many people have insomnia? I know way too many people who have insomnia. Damn. It's such a common thing, it's weird. Do you have any, do you take anything for that?
Which continued as they then struggled to open his door. Finally, with the help of a servant, they managed to force entry.
Thanks, Flowers.
Inside, the Ottos found their son cowering on his bed, his furniture and toys lying overturned and broken all around him. When they tried to find out from Jean what had taken place, all he could reply was that Robert had done it.
Oh shit,
whimpering
Robert's
and
throwing
pointing
shit
across
around.
to the doll, which was now sat on the window ledge, staring back into the room.
Wouldn't it be? I'm living in guess how big you took.
As
Jesus.
time passed, Gene and his possessions were plagued by further supernatural occurrences. These included some of his other dolls being discovered hidden around the house, mysteriously torn and mutilated.
Oof.
There were also incidents where servants working
Gene is getting what's it called when ghosts attack you? I used to take meds, but I haven't been doing it lately. Oh, come on, Brad. You have to take that, or else sleep is extremely important for your health. I do take magnesium every night. Okay. That's good. Without sleep, so much shit goes downhill. The way you feel, everything. I'm okay though, just life. Oh god. Doesn't need to It's good that you're alive, Flowers. I see, I see. Yes, yes.
in a particular room subsequently found themselves locked.
We're watching horror videos, Flowers. If you got any videos you want to send, just send me the title and I'll watch it next. The previous meds were having some pretty bad side effects. What was it doing to you? It's not good to hear. My sister has insomnia also, but I don't think it's that bad. But she does have insomnia. It's weird. It's like, it's not necessarily that she can't sleep. It's more like she can't sleep at the time that she actually wants to. I don't know. Shouldn't Burdens be here? Yeah, but he redeemed us and he isn't. I don't know. I told him what time. I think he's streaming. I know. He's done this before. He redeemed something and he never showed up. So, yeah, here we are. Either way, I mean, if you guys want to watch anything with me, then we also usually don't have days where I just talk to you guys on stream. Usually I'm playing something. So I guess it's a good time to just chill, you know? It's a good chill stream. I was having awful stomach problems with those meds. I haven't taken those meds in a long ass time. I feel like insomnia, it depends on how bad it is, but there's also ways for it to be taken care of naturally too. So maybe you could find something that isn't meds. I'm not against medicine. I just feel like there's other ways most of the time. Medicine's more for extreme cases. Anyways, let's continue watching the video.
Inside.
So this boy is getting haunted by the doll.
Several items of family silverware were also discovered bent or warped out of shape. More than one of the servants openly stated that they believed the nursemaid had used voodoo or some other form of black magic to curse the doll she had given to the boy before
Sure
she
she
left.
did. Sure.
Eventually, when his parents passed away, Gene would go on to inherit the Otto family home.
Yeah, school
With
must
his
be
love for
awful.
his childhood friend undiminished, he happily gifted Robert his own bedroom, where the doll was placed in a chair by the window to sit and stare down at passers-by.
Why would you do that? That's
in
creepy.
time, Gene fell in love and married a local woman called Anne. But his insistence that Robert should sit with them at the dinner table and sit on a chair in their bedroom at night would go on to put great pressure on the marriage.
Yeah, if I was married to this man, I would be weirded out too. Why the fuck would I want to allow that? That's why I joined these streams during school. It's good comfort from all the stress and headaches. Wow. Well, I'm glad I can, what's the word? I don't know the word, but I'm glad I can be that for you. Some kind of comfort from the stress and the headaches. You know, the entertainment. That's why we watch stuff, right? To stay away from other things. I guess that's how it works. Or sometimes we just want to have fun. Yes, it's good to know that the streams are comforting. Even though sometimes I'm dying over and over in pain.
Finally, at the behest of his new wife, Otto agreed to lock the doll in the attic and have no further contact with it.
Good. The doll's obviously
Unsurprisingly,
weird.
This only seemed to make things worse. Parents from the neighborhood began to attend the address, complaining that the doll was pointing and gesturing from the attic window, terrifying their children who were playing on the road outside. Anne Otto was plagued by the sound of footsteps coming through the ceiling above their room, only to find nobody up there besides the doll when she and her husband went to investigate. Eventually, she suffered a full mental breakdown and was committed to a local asylum.
Oh god.
Jean went on to pass away in 1974, at which point both the deeds of the Otto household and its hand-stitched occupant passed to new hands.
Is that what the doll actually looks like? Because that's creepy. When you sleep, you get nightmares. Oh, I've never not had a legit nightmare. When I was younger, I would always have nightmares, like very bad nightmares. But when I got older, it stopped. So you've had... What do you mean then? If you've had nightmares, if they weren't legit.
The daughter of the new owners became plagued by visions of Robert the doll trying to kill her. The aging puppet was quickly removed from the address and donated to the nearby East Martello Museum.
Why not just burn it?
Robert remains there to this day, safely contained in a glass case. But stories of his supernatural shenanigans persist. It is said that it's almost impossible to take a photograph of him, with cameras and electronic devices regularly malfunctioning when visitors attempt to do so. There have also been reports that some tourists have seen the doll's facial expressions change, with his hands sometimes twitching down by his sides inside his display case. It would seem that whatever strange powers the doll possesses remain undiminished following the death of its beloved owner.
Something I don't understand is... Oh, I don't want to see this ad. Something I don't understand is why people don't just burn these dolls. Just burn it. Just burn it. Right? I guess they're scared that the curse might pass on to them. You have legit nightmares every single night? Jeez, that doesn't sound good. Just burn it, yes. Also, yeah, that is actually what the doll looks like. You know? Do you know about this story? That's one creepy ass doll. Jesus.
The tales of Robert the doll's mysterious movements in his new public home are eerily similar to those of another doll, which resides nearly 4,000 miles away on the opposite side of North America.
It's always dolls.
Resting in a near-identical container in the depths of the Quesnel City Museum is the enamelware doll of a small girl named Mandy.
Oh, Mandy.
Sitting with a
Such a
baby
cute
lamb
name.
upon her lap.
Is the lamb
full
possessed
history of
too?
This doll is much less well known than that of her American counterpart, as the woman who donated the toy to the museum in 1991 insisted on remaining anonymous. From the first evening that Mandy arrived in her new home, haunting events began, which would totally unnerve the staff members who had been tasked with preparing her for public exhibition. When it arrived, the toy's clothing was filthy. For a short time, it was placed into a clear plastic bag in order to shield it from the elements whilst the garments were taken away to be cleaned.
Okay.
Almost immediately, staff working in the vicinity of the bag began to detect a faint rustling sound.
The thing is, though, if you burn a doll, the demon within it won't leave the house. You always get haunted by it. Then leave the house. I mean, I guess supposedly it follows you around, but I mean... you need to be careful with haunted dolls. I guess it's better that the demon or whatever is in something small, right? Demons are very dangerous. Yeah, I don't really believe in it, but I know. It might actually be better for them to stay in the doll. Yeah, it might be better than for staying in the doll. Or you could just burn it.
Some workers
And burned
even
a
reported
house.
having seen the plastic
And
twitching
burn
and
everything
moving,
else you own.
apparently by itself. But when the bag was opened, only the doll was present inside, with no power source or mechanism which might cause it to move of its own accord.
No, no, it's a
It had been
demon.
hoped that once Mandy's laundered clothing was restored and she had been placed in her display case, that such incidents might cease. But it turned out that quite the opposite would be true. Visitors passing by the new exhibit.
Burns. Hey, Burns.
Let's go.
Burns, you're finally here. How's it going? Oh my god. Here to finally watch the videos that you redeemed. You came. You're bored? Okay, we'll watch scary videos with us. Or chat. Or whatever. Wait, I need to watch this clip. I don't see anything. I don't see a clip. I just hear background noise. What's happening? I'm sorry, I was still streaming. I saw the shout out didn't shout out. Oh, wait. Do it again, Kleiner. Do it again. Kleiner, do it again. Do it again. Hold on. I fixed it. I fixed it. There you go. I've been seeing ads of this game on mobile. You're playing a Roblox one? Oh god. I gotta go mow the lawn soon. Okay. Nina, Addy ad. Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry you're getting an ad. Hello, Nina. Hey, how's it going? It's me saying fuck a bunch of times. I see that. I see that, Burns. Great clip. Nina, how you doing? Got any scary videos you want us to watch by any chance? Or you want me to react to? Although I'm not that good at reacting to stuff. We're watching this video on Haunted Dolls.
Sounds, as though the toy was drumming its tiny fingers against the glass. On one occasion,
You did a no-show at work? Are you kidding me? Didn't you, like, the last time not go at work even though you're scheduled? Oh god. Hi Adam. Hey Nina. I want a video of my life. It's pretty scary. If you want me to watch that, sure.
Mandy's toy
It
lamp
better
went
be as
face
scary as you
forward
say it
inside
is.
her case, despite nobody having been anywhere near it at the time. Then, several months after her arrival, staff opening up the museum one morning found that all the exhibits had mysteriously been opened overnight.
Oh
A
shit.
number of these pieces had been petulantly hurled across the room, as if by a child suffering a tantrum. Mandy's display case, however, remained sealed and untouched.
You don't like going
It
to
was at
work?
this point that
No,
one
I
of
don't
the
think anyone
workers
does.
suggested inviting a medium to come and assess the toy. Unnerved by the happenings, the museum's curator was quick to agree to this idea. A local seer was duly approached, who conducted a psychic reading of the doll, and apparently deciphered that it had previously belonged to a little girl.
Wow.
Unfortunately, when her owner had
Wait. Wow. It was owned by a little girl. Wow. Who knew? Who would have thought? Who else has dolls? Your work is so far, and you have to wake up as yeah, that's a work, Nina. That's a job. Whoever broke into that museum was just scared of dolls. I know, right? They just wanted to ruin everything. They saw the doll and like, fuck. It just ruined everything.
had died at a very young age. The child's spirit had been transferred into the doll she was holding at the time she passed on.
Definitely.
Like any small child left to their own devices, the girl's psyche would possess and animate the enamelware toy.
Alright,
in
Brad.
search of excitement and attention. But when the curator contacted the woman who had donated Mandy to the museum, he was unprepared for the entirely different tale she related.
Okay. I'm ready to hear the different tale.
The donor explained that she lived alone, and one night had been pottering around her house when she had heard the sound of a baby crying downstairs.
I like that, pottering around. I like that. What does pottering around mean? I'm guessing like just move, like just walking around. Gerund or present wait, what? Puttering around. What would that mean? To spend time in a relaxed way doing small jobs and other things that are very important. Okay, I learn new things every day. I mean, I figured it would be that, but very interesting way to say that. There's a game on Steam. Wait, what? There's a game on Steam. What game? That's free and it's hard. Forgot the name though. A baby crying down. Nina, what's the name of the game? I'd play any horror game with you, Nina. I'm not joking. I'm down to play horror games with people. The people I know don't play those kind of games, so it's like I can never play horror games with anyone. Phasmophobia? Nope. I can't play anything. I'll go eat something. My mom just made noodles at 9:45 p.m. 9:45 p.m. Your mom made noodles? God damn. Alright, Kleiner.
Cautiously descending the stairs into her cellar, she had found a doll she did not recognize, lying on the floor in the middle of the room.
The doll just appeared, I guess? Okay.
Despite all of her efforts to dispose of the unwanted toy, even including throwing it in the bins on the day they were due to be collected, she would always hear further haunting crying, before going on to discover that the doll had somehow made its way back into her cellar. Eventually at her wit's end.
You had cottage at 3 p.m. Okay, but that's a normal time to be eating something like that. I gave up on asking my friends to play Phasmophobia. Yeah, facts. Me too. I don't know if it's multiplayer, but I know one is funny, scary because it's called Lunch Lady. Oh, I've actually played that with Julius, Michael, and Ali. It was so funny. I actually have a clip of me getting bonked by the Lunch Lady. I got Phasmo to play with y'all. I brought it to play it, but ain't no one plays it. Sure, I guess. I don't know when I'll do that. I mean, whenever you want, I guess we could play Phasmo. Lunch Lady's multiplayer? Yes, it is. Although I've returned it, I'm pretty sure. That one is one of the horror games I found. I think I returned Lunch Lady. That one is money, but the free one I got is the name. Oh, okay.
She had offered Mandy to the museum, in the hope that regular human contact would satisfy the toy's hunger for attention, an idea which now seemed to have paid off. Much like Robert the doll, Mandy appears to have an issue with being photographed, with many attempts to take her picture failing due to unexpected malfunctions of the devices being used. Mandy remains at the museum to this day. Her new owners are adamant that the doll is not bad or evil in nature, merely childish, and prone to the occasional temper tantrum.
Yeah, if a doll like that appeared in my house, I probably wouldn't touch it. So, I mean, whoever that lady is, she did a good job of just giving it away. Makes sense. I love playing horror games because my reactions are funny as fuck. I love playing horror games because I like the aesthetic. I'd leave it to his own devices. Yeah, I think I'd do that too, but if it was bothering me in the basement every night, I'd get a large pole and just put it in a bag and then give it to somebody else.
Naturally, haunted dolls do not reside solely within dusty museum display cases, and on the other side of the globe, in the state of Queensland, Australia. One such haunted curio remains a fully functioning member of the family that owns it. Much like Mandy, the exact origins of this Australian example of the haunted doll phenomenon will never now be known. It was first discovered by two brothers during the early 1970s, when they were exploring an abandoned house in the suburbs of Wagga Wagga.
Wagga Wagga.
As they had made their way through the shattered husk of the premises, the younger of the two had suddenly cried out in terror. There, staring back up at them through a gap in the floorboards, was
That's
a
creepy.
human face. Cautiously, the pair had edged closer, only to discover a crudely carved wooden doll, dressed in boys' clothing. Reasoning that the toy had been abandoned when the house was vacated, the boys decided to take it home with them.
Why?
They christened their new friend Letter, a shortened version of the full name, Letter Me Outta Here.
Let me out of here. Ah, that's funny joke. They christened their new friend Letta, a shortened version of the full name. Let me out of here. Co, welcome to the stream, Co. How's it going? Got any scary videos want me to see? That's funny. Bro, why would you pick up a random ass doll that's staring at you from the ground up and bring it to you home? Like, even I, who don't believe in demons and ghosts and shit like that, I wouldn't do that. Leave it alone, idiot.
Letter Me Outta Here.
Letting me out of
Letter
here.
would later disappear from sight for some time.
They invented the Ligma joke before it was a thing. Let me out of here. Imagine if that's an actual thing, because the doll wanted to get out of the house.
Time until the older brother, Kerry Walton, discovered the doll again when he was cleaning out the attic of his home in Warwick. It was at this point, when he brought Letter down to clean it up, that the doll's apparent supernatural powers began to manifest.
Uh-oh. Not before the ad break, though. Hey, guys, do you want to play this? Become a legend? Oh, yeah, I'll become a legend for sure.
The family...
CSP Containment Breach multiplayer, we should play this. I tried playing CSP, is boring.
Dogs became agitated when in the same room as Letter, to the point where they had to be removed to prevent them from becoming aggressive. On a number of occasions, the family would leave the doll in a certain pose or position when they went to bed, only to find that it had mysteriously changed when they awoke the following morning. Kerry also found a series of small scuff marks on the floor around the house, and was shocked when he discovered corresponding marks on the soles of Letter's shoes.
Oh, no.
Determined to get to the bottom of the doll's origins, Kerry placed it in a sack and took it to a toy expert, who stated that they believed the doll was European in origin. They theorized it had been hand-carved, possibly by gypsies, and that the thick black hair woven into the top of its head may well be human.
That's pretty creepy.
Dumbfounded, Walton returned home with Letter, only to recoil in horror when he parked on his drive and found the doll now out of its sack, lying across the rear seat of his car.
I know, why is it always a
Finally,
doll?
When his children awoke screaming in bed one night, stating that they had dreamed that Letter wanted to kill them and could move of its own accord, Walton called for a spiritualist.
I mean, that makes sense. I would
The
too,
medium
probably.
who agreed to hold the doll stated that they believed it was possessed by the spirit of a young boy who had drowned many years ago. Reasoning that the toy was lonely as opposed to malevolent, Kerry decided to sell his story to the local media. Since
It can never be an action figure, right? Why is the demon not just going into like those Godzilla toys or a robot toy? It's probably better than being in a doll, right?
that point, the supernatural occurrences within the Walton home have ceased, only manifesting themselves when visitors come to see and hold the haunted doll.
It's the most human thing, wouldn't you
During
possess in
one
your human?
interview-
Nah, I wouldn't possess a human bot. Nah, why would I do that? I want to possess like like a fluff toy. How about that? Like a plushie. Oh yeah, why not a plushie? You could get onto. You could become a plushie. It could be like a cute plushie. That'd actually be pretty cool. I like the idea of that.
When a journalist began to ask about the spirit of the drowned
Why would I
boy,
want to become this? It's just ugly.
a nearby clock flew off the wall and smashed upon the floor.
That's true. There are human-like action figures. What if someone had a sex doll in their closet? Would you go into the sex doll? Because that's an option too. That is an option. Think about this: you're dead and you want to cause some mischief. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, if I want to cause mischief, then sure. But supposedly, according to this dude, the kid didn't want to cause mischief.
Several other interviewers have also become disconcerted and upset.
Possess
saying
your
the legend
crush's
about the doll
dildo.
moving around is of trying to make itself comfortable when they have been holding it in their lap.
Okay, but maybe that's like maybe crossing a line. But yes, you'd be able to be used without finding out. I guess that could work.
Are we to believe that the human soul can transfer into an inanimate object, thus prolonging its time amongst the living? There is certainly a key number of similarities in each of the cases we have examined, which seems to suggest that such supernatural possession may be a reality. And yet, psychologists have a very different theory about the phenomenon, which dates back centuries, all through the evolution of children's toys.
I like that they're doing this.
The oldest surviving dolls still in existence from the 17th and 18th centuries possess angelic, exaggerated human features, designed in such a way to bring joy to the child playing with them. But over the years, more and more effort has been put into making the dolls look realistic, producing an end result that is very similar to a real child, but still not quite perfect. As a consequence, such dolls are unnerving because of their subtle differences to a genuine human child. People will accept the presence of a doll as it resembles a human being, but will also subconsciously remain hypervigilant and guarded if they know it is not a real thing, building an almost instinctive distrust of it. As a knock-on effect, the mind can overinterpret and misunderstand situations which occur when the doll is nearby, mistakenly attributing accidents or coincidences to its presence.
I mean, why do you want like a child doll anyways? I feel like a kid would only want a child doll if they're lonely and they need a friend. That's just sad. Get a pet. Don't get a doll. Deceit looks cool. It was bad. I've already played it. The guy in the right corner is near perfect. This guy? This guy, okay, I don't want to say anything mean, but this guy kind of looks like, what was his, he's on TikTok, something warrior. I feel like Ko would know, because Ko, you're on TikTok a lot. Something American Warrior, I think. Something warrior. He's been in some drama lately. I must have forgot how children looks like if I think that's near home. No, it's not. Not even close. I mean, maybe this one looks like more of a baby over here.
In essence, what has been manufactured is not intended to be frightening.
Hey, yo, it just looked at me. That's pretty creepy.
But as it sits there staring back at you with glassy eyes and a big smile, it is inherently unnerving.
That's true.
With the popularity of the Conjuring film series, more and more stories of creepy dolls have now come to light. It is clear that some of these lack merit, but others, such as the ones we have examined, remain intriguing. So, when looking to purchase lifelike companions for your children, it may be worth ensuring that you know its full history before you bring it into your home. Or,
hear me out, get a pet. That will be a lot better, won't it? Teaches your children about responsibility and also have a pet that they can take care of and hug. Right? Why would you get a doll? Well, that was interesting. Dark Deception. What's Dark Deception? Dark Deception, huh? I feel like I've heard of it. Dark Deception. I played this already. You have to pay for the rest of it though. The first part was actually pretty fun. Not gonna lie. But I don't feel like buying the rest. Not worth it. Actually, I could play it for free. Alright, Raven. Let's see. What should we watch next? Strange Fate Phobos. Creatures of April Falls. The Hairy Hands of Dartmoor. Vanishings of the Great Lakes Triangle. Let's go playlist. True crimes. Everybody likes true crimes. Cryptids, experiences, strange death, mysteries, ghosts and hauntings. I don't know. Ghosts don't scare me. Aliens, UFOs. Mysteries is interesting. Let's go to mysteries.
I need to win back the internet.
Shut up. Keep this channel alive. A subscriber story? Huh. Okay. Should we play an escape room?
Somewhere in South Australia,
I'm not playing anything
a
today,
small
Burns.
town holds a mystery in the palm of its hand. The disappearance of a young woman in October 2016.
Nina just wanted to play
turned
something with me,
into
so
town,
I
and
said
the
I'm down.
residents And local police,
But not today.
questioning what happened to the Watervale runner.
At least for stream, I'm playing later myself. Something else. Aliens. Conspiracies. I like this channel. Cryptids. What's a cryptid? Strange deaths, ghosts, mysteries, and other dimensions. You mean the future? Oh, yeah. The thing is that a lot of games you have to pay for. And, yeah, don't really want to pay for games that are not that good, you know? I've been through that way too much. Not worth it.
There is no denying that Australia is as stunningly beautiful as it is unique. From its weird and wonderful wildlife to its rich and diverse landscapes, unlike those of any other nation, the land down under truly is one of a kind. And yet such a huge landmass has such a relatively small population. The country's interior, known as the Outback, is a boiling, inhospitable desert, and so more than 24 million people live their lives around the outskirts in more forgiving climates, which range from tropical to temperate. Many towns and cities are vast distances apart, divided across just 6 states.
Okay.
A truly fascinating place, Australia is also a bit of an enigma, much like the following tale, which comes to us courtesy of 26-year-old Jenny Roth.
I mean, you can make a horror story about all the shit they find in Australia too. Australia is an interesting place, like this guy's saying.
The story takes place in Watervale, a small town situated in the Clare Valley of South Australia, a region famous for its vineyards and wine distilleries. With a climate not too dissimilar to Northern California, the lush green valleys and quiet country roads seem like the last place you would expect to hear of any sinister happenings. But as we shall see, looks can be deceiving. What follows is a tale that defies belief.
Their Cronkite colleague doesn't sound scary. I don't know if it's supposed to. Extremely positive reviews. Escape room, their Cronkite colleague. Welcome back, Kleiner. What is okay? The Crocker come like. Huh.
And sends an ominous chill up the spine.
We're watching a
It
real
all
life
began
story in
on the
Australia.
evening of the 29th of September, 2016. Jenny had not lived in the area long, just a couple of months. She had moved from Adelaide with her girlfriend Abigail to be close to her partner's terminally ill father, and being a city girl since the day of her birth, the quietness of the countryside had been something of a shock to the system. The nights were dark, darker than anything she had ever known, and life away from the hustle and bustle of a big city was not only an inconvenience, but also terribly boring.
The hustle and bustle.
There were upsides to this relative isolation, however. The air was fresh and clean, the landscapes were beautiful, and there seemed to be a quiet harmony, a peacefulness to everything. She had grinned from ear to ear the first time she had heard the chorus of crickets after sunset. The people were much friendlier too. She and Abigail had only been living there for a few days before the neighbours arrived on the doorstep.
I would like living in a place like this. Also, the name is called the Sick Colleague Escape Room. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound scary. Welcome back, Bread. Hello. Is the lawn well kept? Did you mow that lawn well? Welcome back. We're watching a video, a true story on a lady who's in Australia. So we know where this is going, right?
Step to say hello and welcome them to the small town. She had struck up something of a friendship with Marie from next door, and they would often catch each other for a chat whenever Jenny went outside for a smoke. Marie, being the outdoorsy type, was nearly always pottering around in the garden, weeding or digging or
He used it again, pottering around.
the lawn.
I like that word.
On this particular evening,
The
Jenny
lawn has
stepped
been
out onto the
flagged.
front
Good
porch
job,
for
Red.
her customary post-dinner cigarette, to find her neighbour getting ready to go for her customary evening run. They spoke casually for a few minutes, and as always, Marie invited Jenny to go along with her. As always, Jenny politely declined. It wasn't that she was averse to running as such, but as it was just
You cut your leg open? What do you mean you cut your leg open? And Burns, are you asking me? Because I didn't watch anything.
after 6 p.m. in late September, the sun would be setting in little over an hour, and she already found the darkness and remoteness of the countryside unnerving as it was. "Suit yourself," said Marie. "See you later." And with that, she hopped off her porch and jogged away.
And she jogged away.
Jenny lit her
Butter, butter,
cigarette
butter.
and inhaled deeply as she watched her neighbour leave. She knew where Marie would be heading. Her route usually took her outside the small town of Watervale, along miles of dusty country roads, surrounded by open fields, speckled with thickets of trees and small woodlands.
Sounds nice, but also
Beyond
kind of
all
scary.
that loomed a massive expanse of grassland and untamed bush, with only a few pockets of civilization dotting the landscape, as wide open and stunning as it was intimidating. Jenny
You sent me a horror vid yesterday? Do you mean like through DMs? Or on my server? Hold on, I'm opening Discord. Oh, real life supervillains scarier than the Joker. Alright. I didn't see that. I'll see it.
could well appreciate
A sharp rock got cut into a mower and got shot out by the blade straight into my leg. And you're here? Shouldn't you get that looked at?
why Marie insisted upon her evening runs, and wondered briefly whether she could ever get used to living in a place
You should
like
get that
this.
looked at, Brad.
It was
Doesn't
a
look
nice
good.
change from what she and Abigail were used to, but something about this town made her feel exposed, both mentally and physically. In the end, she decided no. Besides anything else, there wasn't enough in this small town to keep her occupied. Watervale was just one of those places where nothing ever happened. And with that thought still echoing somewhere in the recesses of her mind, she stubbed out the butt of her cigarette and headed indoors, completely unaware of just how wrong she would be.
Guys, remember to get this game. It's called Become a Legend. Okay.
The morning of the 30th of September.
It wasn't a
started
huge
out
rock.
bright and
Okay, that's
clear,
good.
And Jenny was pulling freshly laundered clothes out of the washing machine, ready to hang out on the line in the backyard. She grabbed her cup of coffee, along with the laundry basket, and exited the house through the side door, and was surprised to see Marie sitting outside on the lawn, stock still and staring at the ground. It was rare for her neighbour to be up so early, and it was even more unusual to see her sitting doing nothing in particular. She was usually always attending to some chore or another. Nevertheless...
Yeah, what? It's stuck into my leg. Get the rock out. How big is it? You should really clean it up, bandage it. What the hell?
Jenny called out a greeting, but Marie appeared not to have heard her. She called again, and this time her friend stirred and shook her head, as if she had just been pulled from some deep trance. Marie apologised, saying she must have been miles away, but this was all she said, before she slipped back into her reverie.
You did get the rock out? Okay.
Chit-chat turned out to be in vain, as Jenny quickly realised that her friend was far too preoccupied for conversation. So instead, she proceeded...
No, I don't think you're stupid, but you said, yeah, it stuck into my leg and it's bleeding a lot, but I have a clot pressure. You never said you took it out. You never said you took it out. Welcome back, Raven. Brett has a rock that was stuck in his leg, and now he's watching the stream with a hole in his leg.
to hang out her washing, but every now and then, she glanced over the
Okay, you
fence
put
at
alcohol on
Marie,
it. Okay,
who
okay, okay.
continued to sit there in silence, frowning at the ground.
Also, this video's on a lady who went to Australia because she wanted some peace of mind, and now I'm guessing something's gonna happen to her. I don't know. We'll see.
Something was indeed troubling her. Before heading indoors, Jenny stopped and considered her neighbour for a moment, then asked if everything was okay. "I'm fine," came the reply, but the thickness of Marie's voice as she spoke suggested otherwise. Needless to say, Jenny was not convinced, and decided to push the boundaries of their newly formed friendship by probing what was on her mind. It took a little persuasion, but after a minute or two of gentle encouragement, Marie's shoulders finally drooped in resignation, and she let out a soft but audible sigh. "You won't believe me, but then Roger didn't either, so what the hell?" Somewhat apprehensively, she began to relate what happened the night before. She told Jenny that whilst on her run the previous evening, she had been out a couple of miles west of Spring Gully as the sun was just touching upon the horizon, when she looked out across a wide open field to see three objects hovering close to the ground, about 300 metres away from where she was.
This is an alien
She had
encounter.
stopped dead, mouth agape, just watching as they floated, still and silent. They stayed there for about 2 or 3 minutes, before moving off slowly, disappearing over the tree line at the other side of the field. Marie went on to say that they were not like any aircraft she had ever seen before. They were each about 50 feet wide, metallic and circular in shape, and they didn't make any sound whatsoever, even as they moved. Even though she expressed that she didn't believe in aliens, she firmly believed that what she saw was not of this world.
I don't believe
There
in
was just
it
something
either.
unnatural and ominous about the way they behaved, which had deeply affected her. Jenny did not doubt her friend's story. Not only was she open-minded about the possibility of aliens and UFOs, having seen some strange things as a child, Marie had seemed sincere and genuinely disturbed by her experience. As a result, she held off running for a while afterwards, and it would be a couple of weeks before she worked up the courage to head back out that way. But gradually, things did return to normal. Marie's husband, Roger, on the other hand, didn't believe her, but that mattered little to her. Their relationship was strong enough for them to be open.
I managed to mow the rest of the lawn with a rock in my leg. It hurt, but the job had to be done.
And honest with one another, and in any case, she didn't need other people to believe her. She knew what she had seen. Her only hope was that she would never see them again, and for a while at least, that much was true. Then, at around 9:30 p.m, on the 21st of October, Jenny and Abigail were sat on the sofa watching TV when they heard a knock at the door. It was Marie. She was bent forwards and gasping for air. Her husband Roger was stood behind her, with a disapproving look on his face, and when Jenny asked them what was wrong, he apologised for bothering them so late, and then said in a rather dismissive tone that his wife had been hallucinating again. Breathlessly, Marie told him to shut up, then turned to Jenny and said, "They were there again." They'd seen the objects, had returned.
He tried to say with an accent.
According to Marie, she had been running next to the same field where she had seen them the first time, when they suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Quite literally, one minute there was nothing there. The next, a movement in the periphery of her vision made her look to her right, and that's when she saw them again, hovering low to the ground over the field and moving slowly towards her.
They're gonna kidnap you.
Again she stopped dead in her tracks, and was at first too stunned to move. But eventually, panic got the better of her, and she ran to a nearby thicket of trees, dived into the brush, and ducked out of sight. The objects continued to move in her direction, but as they reached the trees, they passed directly over her head and disappeared from view. She waited for at least an hour before
Bye,
leaving
Brad.
a small wood. Once she was sure the coast was clear, she ran, and she didn't stop running until she reached the front door of her house, doubled over in agony and completely out of breath. At first, Roger had been concerned, but as soon as Marie had mentioned the UFOs, he had scoffed. They had gotten into an argument over his refusal to believe her, an argument which was now continuing on Jenny and Abigail's porch, much to the couple's embarrassment.
Yeah, I mean, if you're married to someone, you should probably just believe them when they say stuff. Even if it's something, like, weird, you should believe them.
They didn't know whether to intervene, or let the two of them have it out right there on their doorstep. Maybe it was just the adrenaline, but Jenny noticed that Marie didn't appear at all frightened by this second encounter, even though it was easily more disturbing than the first. If anything, she seemed emboldened by it, and declared that she was going back there the next evening. She challenged her husband to join her, which he wholeheartedly rejected, saying he was not prepared to indulge this nonsense any further, and refused to entertain the idea of UFOs.
I mean, if he really doesn't believe, you should just go
He
and see, yeah?
apologized to his neighbors once more, then walked off the porch and went back indoors. Instead, Jenny offered to go along with Marie the next evening, whilst Abigail, who was pushing her mid-50s and didn't relish the idea of a run, declined, chuckling to herself as no doubt Roger had, at the prospect of space invaders. And so, on the evening of the 22nd of October, Jenny left Abigail at home and headed out with her neighbour up to the field where she had seen the strange objects. It was about 8 miles out of town, and Marie had brought her phone along in the hopes of taking some pictures.
Does anybody else believe in aliens or UFO? Well, UFOs are something that's probably real. But aliens, does anybody here actually believe that aliens come down here and watch us? Because I don't. I mean, I'm sure there's probably more out there, other life forms, but I don't think they're coming here. Like, what exactly do you have to gain from watching us? We don't do anything.
But it was all to no avail. The UFOs did not appear.
Damn.
They did not appear the evening after either,
Rough.
or the evening after that.
That
And
sucks.
after 5 days, Jenny, who had gone with Marie every night since, decided to throw in the towel. Although she believed her neighbour was telling the truth about what she had seen, her girlfriend was beginning to feel a little neglected, and had asked her to stop spending so much time with their neighbour.
She was
Marie
jealous.
understood, of course, but was determined to prove her husband wrong, and continued to run out to the field every night afterwards. It was a course of action that would end in tragedy.
I mean, you're running
In
outside
the
during
early
the
morning
night.
hours of the 30th of October, 1:13 a.m. as Jenny precisely recalled, she and Abigail were awoken by a loud thumping on the front door. It was Roger, and he looked utterly distressed. "Is Marie here?" he had asked. Jenny shook her head, saying that she wasn't, and come to think of it, neither she nor Abigail had seen her all evening. Roger told them that she had gone out for her usual run at 6 p.m, but she had not returned, and that he didn't know where she was. He had waited up until just after 11 p.m, believing she must have dropped in to see a friend on her way back, but he had fell asleep on the sofa. When he awoke again just after 1 a.m, and realised that she hadn't returned, he panicked.
Yeah, that's scary.
At length, he said that he was going to drive the roads Marie had been running, and as he wasn't sure of the exact route she would have taken, he asked Jenny if she would go along with him.
Just before the ad, though, just gotta... Hold on. Okay.
It was late. Both she and Abigail agreed to help. It took them about an hour to reach the field where Marie previously said she had seen the objects, mostly because Roger had been driving at walking speed, calling out her name and shining his torch into the field.
You don't believe in this? Yeah, I don't.
There was no sign of her whatsoever. As it was getting on for 4 a.m, they had to abandon the search and drove back to town, hoping against hope that they would find Marie at home safe and sound. But as they pulled up on the drive, they could see that the house was still dark and empty, just as they had left it. No one was in. Although Jenny tried to reassure Roger that there was probably some perfectly reasonable explanation as to why Marie had not come home, he stayed up all night worrying, and the next day, Jenny and Abigail awoke to find a police car sitting outside their neighbour's house. Marie had still not returned, and by 8 p.m. that evening, a search was being coordinated, comprising local police and volunteers from the town.
Well, that's what happens when you go out every night running in a very desolate place, looking for something that's not there. Let's just ignore the fact that there's probably people who will kill you. You could also accidentally fall and trip and then, you know, wander off into the woods and die. Or because they're in Australia, you know, something could easily just kill her. So not a good idea. The problem with the alien thing is that we always act like they're more advanced than us, but that can't be because we doesn't have enough resources. I just don't think there's a reason for them to come here if there really is aliens.
This eventually grew into a statewide search, involving hundreds of state police officers, helicopters and sniffer dogs. Signs were attached to lampposts and telephone poles in Watervale and in surrounding neighbourhoods, and local news put out bulletins asking anyone for information on Marie's whereabouts, but things remained eerily quiet. The search parties found nothing. The helicopters and sniffer dogs found nothing, and although a few calls did come in from people who thought they saw Marie, these turned out to be cases of mistaken identity. Then, on the 11th of November, police located a pair of running shoes, with the socks still inside them, sitting casually behind a hedgerow at the side of the road. They were found in such a fashion that suggested the person wearing them had simply been pulled right out of their shoes. The laces were still tied.
Alright, cool.
The socks were pushed inside them, as if worn by an invisible pair of feet.
I thought you were Kleiner because you're both green.
Both Roger and Jenny identified them as Marie's, and were shocked to hear that they were located not too far from the field where she had first seen the strange objects. The search was formally called off on the 31st of November 2016.
Co is a bright green for me. Let me show you real quick. Co is a bright green and obviously moderator too. Whoa, why is my bitrate so bad? What the fuck? I'm literally not even doing anything strenuous, so why is this happening? Oh god. Is the stream lagging for anybody? Hopefully it's not.
Trace of Marie Gillingham was ever found, and she has not been seen or heard from since. Her disappearance hit Watervale like a slap in the face. She was well known in the town,
She was doing
and
fine?
popular amongst
Okay.
other residents. They all said it would have been highly unusual for her to just up and leave without so much as a goodbye. All of her belongings remained at home, and still do to this day. She left for her run with only the clothes on her back and her mobile phone, which was also never found, and telephone records indicate no outgoing activity in the form of texts or calls since she vanished. Earlier attempts to triangulate her location using her phone also yielded nothing. Taking all of this into consideration, Marie just didn't have the means to run away. She didn't work and had little money of her own, and relied heavily on her husband's income. Roger himself was questioned over what kind of relationship he shared with his wife. Although they argued just like any other couple, they were still very much in love and had a strong marriage. He was ruled out as a suspect fairly early on, due to lack of any evidence or a motive suggesting he had been involved in her disappearance, and the fact that other people attested to his upstanding character and gentle nature. The general consensus in the town is that Marie was kidnapped whilst on her run, and possibly raped and murdered. And although police have not publicly stated this to be the case, it is by most accounts what they suspect.
Jeez.
There is no evidence to suggest foul play, however. No signs of a struggle were found. No traces of blood or cadaver odours were picked up by the dogs, and there were no suspect tyre tracks suggesting a vehicle had been in the area, other than Roger's, of course, when he, Jenny and Abigail went to search for her. The investigation is still ongoing, and many believe that only time will tell. Jenny, on the other hand, believes differently. She believes that no matter how much time passes, Marie, or what possibly remains of her, will never be found. She has no doubt that her neighbour was abducted, but the question on her mind is not by who.
It's by
but
what?
what.
Ooh.
She still lives in Watervale with her girlfriend. Abigail's father passed away in May 2017, and they now have no reason to stay. And yet something is keeping her there. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's that she feels duty-bound to stay and support Roger in his moment of need. Or maybe she just misses her friend. She did not realise how close she and Marie had become until after she was gone. And there is not an evening that goes by where she does not step out onto the porch before retiring to bed and looks across to her neighbour's house, hoping to see that familiar, smiling face looking back at her.
Why did she run during the night? I mean, it's just not safe. Although she did say beforehand that it was a safe place and nothing happened, but still, I mean, just why? Why run during the night? That sucks, even though it's probably not UFOs or whatever, but she disappeared. And yeah, probably she got killed. I mean, they said they found nothing, so that definitely is weird. Like, if it was an animal, there would be clear signs. I mean, she probably wandered off. She could have fell into a cave. I don't know. Villains. Yes, villains. I'm watching your video, Burns.
MailChimp's customer journey builder has helped businesses achieve 4 times more orders.
Shut up.
Here, a lot of weird shit happens. Hey, 42 here. A lot of weird shit happens in Russia. This story is no exception. In the early 1980s.
So this is real life supervillain scarier than the Joker. Because the Joker's barely scary. Maybe she got superpowers and fly away and just never returned. Yeah, that's what happened. The 3 orbs gave her powers and she flew away and became a superhero.
A man by the name of Alexander Solonik joined the police force. He was 5'5" with a small frame, but was like no one else the police had ever encountered before. Little did they know, The beginnings of something monstrous had begun to stir within him. He had trained in the Soviet army, but he was strikingly fearless, exceptionally lucky, and his abilities as a marksman were practically superhuman, leading
Brennan, you're so late. Brett isn't here anymore.
many to suspect he'd actually been trained in the special forces. He was soon distinguished amongst his peers for his natural ability to handle criminals, but within 6 months, certain ugly characteristics were beginning to reveal themselves. People noticed that Solonik had a penchant for extreme violence, sadism, and cruelty towards the suspects that he caught. And if your penchant for cruelty is unusual in Soviet Russia, you've got a real problem. It wasn't long before Solonik was booted out of the police force and returned home to Kurgan, where he worked as a gravedigger. But, as was later discovered, Solonik was driven by a singular obsession his entire life. He was consumed by the romantic notion of becoming superhuman, something more than just an ordinary man.
He wants to become a Superman.
What had driven him to become a soldier, then a policeman, and now he needed something more. He was accused of rape whilst working as a gravedigger, but Solonik escaped criminal justice by leaping out of a second-story courtroom window and fleeing to deepest, darkest Siberia.
Okay.
Solonik further avoided justice by cosmetically altering his appearance, but still, in his private moments,
Bro, this guy's on
he sought
crack.
an outlet for his disturbing ambitions of violence. And he soon found it, but not before the police caught up with him and threw him in prison. Though, of course, you can't lock up a superhuman entity.
No, of
or at
course
least a
not.
Russian psychopath.
You're right.
And sure enough, Solonik managed to escape from prison.
Of course.
Frozen wasteland of Tyumen, Siberia. Solonik found a way to survive.
He thought he was like
While
Wolverine or
simultaneously
something.
fulfilling his lifelong desire for power. He became a contract killer, but not just any contract killer. Whilst anyone of a certain psychopathic predilection can pick up a gun and kill someone, Solonik was different. He had already proven he could escape seemingly impossible situations, but more than that, he was a fierce and vicious fighter. He successfully defended himself against 12 attackers in prison. He would also shoot with pinpoint accuracy, with a weapon in both hands. He took out rival gang leaders and supposedly untouchable Moscow crime bosses. Solonik soon gained a reputation for his ability to kill anyone with ease, even when one target, drug boss Valery Deluga,
Okay,
was
but how is this
surrounded by
better than
12
Joker?
bodyguards, Solonik still managed to kill him.
And I love
Flatlining
watching the
in
stock
a
footage.
crowded nightclub. Solonik's abilities soon earned him the moniker the Super Killer.
The Super
and his
Killer.
seemingly impossible assassinations
Oh god.
earned him a fortune. But the mob could never take him for granted. After all, if they didn't pay up, they would soon be found dead.
The
Eventually,
Super
he
Killer.
was captured by the police, but Solonik killed 5 officers during the struggle, and even managed to break free of his restraints. It was not long after that he escaped from prison again. It is said that he slowly grew bored of contract killing, and putting it behind him, retired to Greece, leaving his mob connections behind him, and hooked up with former Miss Russia, Svetlana Kotova. Whatever the truth, he was eventually killed by a rival assassin alongside
Oh, he died.
Kotova. But to this day, some believe he faked his own death. And he still walks among us. Solonik's exploits inspired 9 TV series, 2 films, 3 books, and
Really?
many
God
documentaries.
damn.
And good or bad, he became the Superman he wished to become. In fact, he's as close to the real-life version of Daredevil's supervillain Bullseye as you could ever find in real life. Which neatly brings us to the topic of this video. There
Yeah,
are many
about the
criminals
Joker.
in the world and countless examples of crime barons from history, but few, very few, earn the title supervillain. But it turns out that supervillains do exist in the real world, either due to grandiose beliefs, romantic ideals, ambitions, or twisted ideologies. And the real-life supervillains are more terrifying than any in fiction. Whether they're thieves, murderers, mob bosses, or men who just want to watch the world burn, these are dangerous and mysterious people you would not want to cross.
Alright, just tell me already.
The motion sensors, the depth of the bulletproof glass, the positioning of the bolts and screws and layout of the room, the windows, and the behaviour and patterns of the armed security details on patrol. He knew something as famous as the CC Star.
Oh wait, he mentioned someone. Shit, who did he mention?
Was real.
Why am I seeing
Except
Catwoman?
he was a Canadian guy. Gerald.
Okay, General Blanchard. There you go. And from Canada, Canada.
Encased in a 10-pointed star of diamond.
How you skip part, now you need to watch it again.
Blanchard knew he just had to steal.
Okay, so he had to steal this jewel.
He knew it was just irresistible. Parachuting onto the palace roof.
He parachuted onto the palace roof.
Blackness until he set foot on the rooftop that he'd noticed was unguarded during his earlier visit, entering through a window he had unlocked the day before and moving.
How's this like the Joker or better than the Joker? I do not know.
His way to the prize, the CC Star. Loosing
But I guess he's like the Catwoman, like he was saying.
the alarms. Blanchard fooled the pressure sensor of the alarm by using a trick worthy of Indiana Jones himself. He replaced a star with an object of equal weight, the palace's own gift store replica. And with that, Blanchard, with the CC Star in hand,
They had a replica of that.
the next
That
day,
good.
when the star was revealed to the astonished public, Blanchard returned to amuse himself by watching the onlookers being bewildered by the beauty of this cheap gift store knockoff. It was weeks until the real star was discovered to be missing, but by then Blanchard had already smuggled it back to his home country of Canada. Blanchard was a criminal mastermind, exceptionally brave, cunning, and creative. He had a savant-like ability to understand security systems, surveillance, and electronics, distinguishing him from an
You're romanticizing this guy way too much.
far more effective.
He's just some guy who
From
stole
childhood,
something.
Blanchard first
That's it.
stole when he was 6 years old, swiping milk from a neighbor's porch. He was
Where did you
instantly
get that
hooked, and
story?
his destiny was set. Later in his life, when he was caught and interrogated by the police, he managed to sneak into the next room, clamber up into the roof tiles, and after much of the station had stormed out of the exits looking for him, he descended again, stole a police officer's uniform, and calmly walked out of the front door, tipping his cap to the guard, but not before leaving a single bullet on the interrogator's
It's
vest.
Canada,
When a
Canada.
driver picked him up and asked him why he was hitchhiking, dressed as a cop, Blanchard said he'd been to a costume party and had a really fun time. So began a long and legendary criminal lifestyle. He hit banks for more than $500,000. He scoped them out during construction and inserted devices into the walls and crawl spaces to help him, including his own surveillance tech.
Hey, Mackay.
He got himself a sidekick, created fake IDs, marriage licenses, and aliases, stockpiled security and law enforcement uniforms. He would sow confusion amongst the cops trailing him by calling them and giving them false but incredibly believable tips, and could rarely ever resist the thrill of beating the system just one more time.
Hey, I'm good. I'm doing good today, Mackay.
He slipped up. After leading the authorities on multiple year-long chases across the world, he was finally caught. Moments before he executed a job in Egypt for a mysterious man known only as Boss.
As
The job
Boss.
went horribly wrong. Blanchard made one too many mistakes and was caught
God.
on a wiretap, apprehended and charged with 41 crimes.
When they go to the
Ironically,
next
for a
one, I'm gonna
criminal
have to
as
put another
talented
video.
and legendary as his reputation gave
The
credence to,
Thoughty
he
2.
was caught by 2 cops.
What am I watching? Well, it was supposed to be scary videos, but now we're watching a video, the real life supervillains, scarier than the Joker. Even though this guy supposedly is compared to Catwoman, not the Joker. And he's not scary at all.
Winnipeg, Canada. Tired of living life on the run, he began to
I'm still waiting for the scary part.
how he committed all his crimes, something a criminal most never does. Correcting
We're just
them
watching
was
stock
short
footage along with this story.
even revealed to them the location of the CC star, his grandmother's basement. The story ended with a complete 180 for Gerald Blanchard. Instead of trying to beat the system, he started to work for it and help it, even going so far as to credit the Winnipeg police.
You sent
for
a
helping
better
him
vid?
to perform.
Okay, let's see. But this is the vid that you sent me. We're gonna finish this guy's story and then we'll watch another thing that's actually scary.
Whether he'll ever return to crime remains to be seen, but for now, there's never been
Okay, it's remained to be seen. That's crazy. That's crazy. We'll see one day. We'll see one day. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So it's either wait. You sent it? 8 of the creepiest scary stories ever told. Wait, let me just read this title. 8 of the creepiest scary stories ever told. Don't turn out the lights. Spine-chilling stories. Guys, make sure you have your lights on. Make sure you have your lights on. I'm telling you, caution before you watch this video. Be careful.
Who hated being alone. One cold and rainy night, her parents were running late for an event, but the new babysitter hadn't arrived.
My girl.
The little girl begged her parents to stay, but they were in such a rush that they left.
Now I turned the light.
The little girl sat alone in her house that felt big.
Oh,
and
no, don't turn the light off, guys. Come on, man. Don't turn the light off. Nah. I'm not gonna turn turn them on, man. It's gonna be scary.
jumped at every creak.
Turn up the volume. Okay, okay.
Thundered out.
Wait, actually, let me do this. It's probably because I have this somewhat even out so that you guys don't break your ears. So let me. There.
Suddenly, there was a knock, knock, knock at the door. She breathed.
Oh my
a
God,
sigh
the
of
way
relief
she said
and
that.
rushed to let the babysitter
There was
in.
a knock, knock, knock. Ah, spooked me.
Standing there with
That's
no
spooked.
umbrella was a very small woman. And oddly, despite the rain, she was totally dry.
Why she say it like
I'm
that?
here to take care of you forever and ever.
Oh,
And then
good.
she smiled,
Got a nanny.
A smile that was so wide it went up to her ears. The
Turn
little
off
girl
your
was nervous about
lives.
having such
What are you talking about? You want me to turn up my lights? I'm not gonna turn off my lights.
a strange babysitter. But at least she wasn't alone anymore.
It's too scary. I might
Girl
get
started
scared if I
playing
turn
with
off my
stuffed
lights.
animals, and for a moment, she forgot all about the babysitter. But when she looked up, the babysitter was standing over her, staring with her giant smile. The babysitter then took
God.
her hand and led her to the hallway where all the family photos hung.
Why would you
As
let
they
this person
slowly
in?
walked from
That's
photo
my
to
first
photo,
question.
The little girl got more and more afraid. In each picture, her parents had been replaced by the babysitter.
Oh no.
I'm here to take
She
care of
photoshopped your
you
pictures.
forever and ever. The little girl pulled her hand away and ran to get her stuffed animals.
You should have
But
thought
they
of not
weren't
opening
where
the
she
door
left
from the
them.
beginning.
She frantically looked in her room, but they weren't there. She even went down
She
and looked in
used-
the creepy basement.
She used
but her
Photoshop.
animals were nowhere to be
She used
found.
Adobe.
She tried
Oh
to hold
fuck.
back her tears when she heard talking in the kitchen. She crept in and saw the babysitter holding her stuffed animals, telling each one, "I'm here to take care of you."
Bro, she only knows one
forever
thing to
and
say.
ever," before throwing them into the oven. The little girl screamed.
Why wouldn't the
and
parents
ran
wait
up to
for the
her room and
babysitter
locked the door.
first?
She jumped into her bed
I
and hid under the
mean,
covers.
I don't think this is the
Then she
babysitter.
heard whispering coming from under her bed.
Let me
The little girl
guess.
slowly looked down.
What is she saying?
And there, was the babysitter underneath the bed smiling at her.
What's she gonna say?
I'm here to take care of you.
No way.
And
No
She
way.
reached out her long, veiny hands and grabbed the little girl by the hair, dragging her under the bed. But the little girl broke free and ran to the door. It wouldn't unlock. The babysitter slowly slid out and shuffled towards her, saying, "Forever and ever. Forever and ever." She grabbed the little girl and... Headlights blazed through the window. The little girl's parents were home. Her
You
mom
jumped.
And dad rushed into the house. They'd come back early because the babysitter had called, saying that she was sick and couldn't make it that night.
Oh
They called
no.
out for their daughter, but there was no response.
But the babysitter's right
Terrified,
there.
they
What do you
ran to the
mean?
house, desperately looking for her.
She's gonna take
If
care
they
of
would have looked a
her.
little more carefully, they would have seen that there was a new photo on the wall. A photo of the little girl surrounded by all of her stuffed animals, which were now burned and deformed from the oven. And the little girl was crying in the photo because standing over her was a small woman in tattered old clothes with a wide smile, who would take care of her
Forever and
and
ever.
on a cold.
Okay, Burns. What video did you send me? I'm not watching that. It's more like funny stories. What the fuck? Okay, guys. You want to watch ghost huntings, mysteries, strange deaths, disappearances, cryptids, true crime, conspiracies? What? Let's pick something out of there. She's gonna take care of her forever, ever, and ever. You're traumatized? I'm sorry. I should have put a warning before you came into the stream. I want to watch MC's face. That's scary. Oh god. Kleiner, you want to watch true crimes? All right, true crimes. Anybody else has anything? I could put a poll. Let's see. The devil made me do it. Oh, that's actually I know about that one. The body on the reservoir. Bukake. Oh, actually, let's watch one. Let's watch this. This is scary. This is scary.
Yes, let me see in the tunnel fighting.
Oh God, Michael, shake them titties. God damn it.
Yes, let me see in the tunnel fighting.
Why would you do that, Michael? That's on the internet forever now. I have a scary vid. Okay. What's the title? Alright. Out of the Trees, True Stories. What should we watch? What happened to Solder Children? The Lava Lake Murders. Who are the Smiley Face Killers? America's Vampires. You know what? The children one kind of sounds scary. MC's just different, yeah. True crimes are cool. That is not scary, Makai. Let's watch. Yeah, let's watch the children one. What happened to the Solder Children? I feel like I've heard of this one before. I'll watch your video once this one's done, Makai. And if it's not scary, then I'm gonna skip it. Shannon's sleep experiment. Oh, I've heard of that. Oh God, I can already tell what kind of video that's gonna be. Alright, so this guy, Bedtime Stories, is pretty good. I just want you guys to know who it is before we continue.
The small town of Fayetteville in West Virginia played host to a horrendous tragedy.
Wait, how long is
A
this?
huge blaze tore through a local household, seemingly claiming the lives of 5 young children in the process. But the failure of authorities to locate their remains, coupled with a series of bizarre occurrences in the aftermath of the incident, ultimately posed the question, what happened to the Sodder children?
What happened to the Sodder children? The Sodder. Bam 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 bam. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now turn off your lights. Nah, I don't think this is scary either. I think we'd have to watch some like actual cursed videos that are actually scary. This is more of just a story. That's
Growing
interesting.
tired from shoveling and sifting through the smouldering ruins, Forrest Judson Morris finally stopped what he was doing and decided it was time for a break.
Are they already out? Okay.
Unbuttoning the heavy overcoat and removing his helmet, he made his way out of the smouldering debris in search of something to drink. The house had already been completely destroyed by the time that he and Fayetteville's other volunteer firefighters had arrived on the scene. It had taken far too long for the men to assemble, and it was unfortunate that the crew's driver had been the last one to arrive, wasting further precious minutes.
I know, right? What an asshole.
Whilst unloading their equipment the night before, they had looked on as the police officers had unsuccessfully attempted to restrain the head of the family nearby. George Sodder's arm was bleeding profusely from where he had smashed a window in a failed effort to save his children from inside the fiery inferno.
Oh.
His face was plastered with grime and soot, save for the stark tear tracks beneath his eyes, and his voice was completely lost from hours of anguished and unanswered cries. Of the 9 young children who had been asleep in their beds at the time the fire broke out, only 4 were accounted for. Unsure of how he was meant to proceed in a situation like this, Morris had put a call into the regional fire marshal, who had told him to search the ruins for evidence of how the blaze had started and to recover the remains of the children who had died. In terms of identifying where and why the inferno had broken out, Morris had next to nothing to go on. A sobbing Jennifer Sodder had informed the police that she had heard something thrown up onto the roof of the address that had subsequently rolled down along the roofing tiles, with the fire starting near the phone box in her husband's study. The problem was, other than piles of ash and charred timber, the blaze had left little behind to inspect. Conscious that the fire department's reputation was already in tatters due to the time it had taken them to arrive, Morris was acutely aware that he had to come up with something, and decided to report faulty wiring in and around the phone box as the most likely cause.
Wow, so he wasn't doing his job.
This was only one of the problems that the Fayetteville fire chief had to solve, as the remains he had managed to recover were barely enough to make up one human being, let alone the 5 who were missing. There were a few bone fragments, along with what might have been the remnants of internal organs, but nowhere near what there should have been.
Seems like the kids were kidnapped.
Morris debated in his head what the best course of action was. The children were dead. There was no other logical conclusion, and to show what he had found to the family would only cause them unnecessary suffering. Gathering the meagre remains into an undamaged biscuit tin, he buried them a short distance away, resolving to tell the family that the intensity of the blaze had totally destroyed the children's bodies. It was little more than a small mercy, but the least he could do, given such tragic circumstances. Giorgio Soddu had been just 14 years old when he had walked through the arrivals gate at Ellis Island.
So the mystery is, what happened to the children? He never found the actual bodies of all of the children, even though most of them died.
Possessing little more than the clothes he was wearing.
And how did the fire start?
Upon seeing America for the first time, his older brother had elected to return to their home in Europe. But for Giorgio, this was indeed the land of opportunity.
Bullshit. It isn't.
Westernizing his name to George Sodder, the young migrant immediately set about making a life for himself in his new homeland, working his way up through a series of building companies to the point where he was finally able to set up his own haulage firm. In time, he met a shopkeeper's daughter named Jennifer Cipriani, who had similarly migrated to the United States as a child from her native Italy, and their subsequent marriage would go on to produce 10 children. Though many people would ask through the years what it was that had caused him to leave his Sardinian birthplace behind, George refused to discuss the reasons for the move, or indeed offer any detail regarding his childhood. It was only during the rise of the fascist movement during the mid-1920s that he finally began to share his opinions with friends and neighbours.
I'm guessing the word he
Sodder
was
was
is
an
really
ardent
bad.
opponent of Italy's governing fascist regime, and in particular, an outspoken critic of Prime Minister Benito Mussolini. He did not hold back what he thought should become of the corrupt government, and his passionate outpouring soon made him deeply unpopular with some quarters of the Italian migrant population.
Start your day sizzling.
Hey!
With 2 for
Wow, come on. I was immersed into the horror. Leave me alone.
During October of 1945,
No one
there were a
wanted
series
Wawa.
of unsettling incidents at the Sodder residence. A visiting life insurance salesman became enraged when asked to move on from the premises, angrily declaring that the family would pay for George's previous comments about Mussolini. In another incident, a jobbing tradesman whose services the Sodders refused to employ alleged that George's wiring was so shoddy that the whole house would eventually burn down.
Thank you,
In the
Kleiner.
run-up to the festive season,
Why am I not using ad block? I am, but it doesn't block YouTube for some reason. Oh, that's why it's not. That's. I
the
I have
family
ad block
became aware of
now.
a strange car that would park up and watch the younger children going to and from school. Then, at 12:30 a.m. on Christmas Eve, the house phone rang unexpectedly. When Jenny answered,
I don't know
female
why
voice
that.
she did not recognize laughed down the line, before the mysterious caller hung up. Half an hour later, Jenny heard what she thought sounded like objects clattering on the roof above her, before the fire broke out shortly afterwards.
Welcome back, Kleiner.
As George desperately battled to stop the inferno and save his family, he found that every method at his disposal had been somehow compromised. A nearby water barrel was completely frozen over, its contents unusable. His ladder had somehow disappeared from the backyard, and when he tried to start both of his trucks to back them up to the front of the house to climb upon, he found neither would start. It was a mere 45 minutes before the Sodder house suddenly collapsed in on itself, its internal structure completely decimated by the intensity of the searing blaze. In the aftermath of the incident, it soon became apparent that although their baby and 3 of their eldest offspring had successfully made their way outside, none of the 5 younger Sodder children were anywhere to be seen.
So it could have been the neighbors. They could have done something. I mean, it seems like it, right? I mean, I feel like that's the most plausible. All of them could have come together and done something. That's possible too.
As they had stood watching Chief Morris sifting through the wreckage of their home the following morning, George and Jenny had already accepted that 14-year-old Maurice, 12-year-old Martha, 9-year-old Louis, 8-year-old Jenny, and 5-year-old Betty were dead. All they could do now was wait for their remains to be recovered, so that they could bury their children in the traditional manner. The couple found themselves accepting Morris's assertion that the blaze had burned with such intensity that the bodies had been completely destroyed. 4 days later, George bulldozed over the debris in order to lay the foundations of a memorial garden to their lost children.
That's
But
sad.
it was not long before the grieving parents began to question certain elements of the official version of events. In the days that followed, George found that their missing ladder had apparently been hidden by someone at the bottom of an embankment a short distance away. It was also discovered that the phone line into the address had been deliberately cut, rather than melted by the fire, presumably by whoever had used and then concealed the missing ladder. Jenny read a newspaper article about a house fire in which the skeletal remains of the victims had been found huddled together in the ruins. She also discovered that several items of furniture and household appliances had been recovered relatively undamaged from the wreckage, further undermining the fire chief's argument that all the evidence had been utterly destroyed.
Okay, but then what happened to the kids? Because he did find something. It just wasn't all of the kids. So what could have happened to their bodies, right?
George went on to hire a number of private investigators, who uncovered further worrying information. The insurance salesman that had threatened the family had been a member of the coroner's jury, who had deemed the incident accidental and not malicious.
Got eaten up? Pike what? Well, so this all happened in like one night. The house is on fire, and supposedly these kids died too in the fire. Some
Witnesses
body
emerged,
remains were found.
stating that they had seen shadowy figures throwing objects at the house on the night of the fire, with others claiming to have seen the missing children being taken away from the scene by strangers.
Oh.
The family became convinced that their children were the victims of some sort of sinister abduction, and paid for an advertising billboard alongside a nearby freeway, displaying pictures of the missing children and a cash reward for information of their whereabouts. This attracted a number of inquiries over the years, none of which generated any positive leads. But then, in 1968, the family received a mystifying item of correspondence. A letter arrived addressed to Jenny, postmarked from Kentucky, but with no forwarding address. Inside was a photo of a handsome man in his mid-20s. On the reverse, the name Louis Sodder was written along with, "I love brother Frankie, I lil boys, A90132 or 35. Believing this to be an attempt by Louis to reconnect with the family, George added the new photo to the billboard and paid for more private investigators to travel to Kentucky. Sadly, George Sodder passed away the following year, after this new development produced no further viable leads.
Damn.
His death caused Jenny to retreat from public life, refusing to engage with society ever again until her death in 1989. To this day, no definitive trace of the missing 5 Sodder children has ever been found.
Why am I getting an ad if I literally... I just enabled ad blocker! Never playing your game.
To explore and rationalize the events that took place on that tragic Christmas Eve back in 1945.
I wonder if Brad went to the dock. Maybe something did. I mean, he said it was a rock. It could have been a little rock, but you never know.
It is important to distinguish between the evidence which can be supported by fact.
I have to refresh the tab. 11:16. Oh yeah, didn't seem like it. Enabled, yes. Show number and icon. Ads blocked. Bruh. Enable it. I don't want to see ads. Update. Okay. I kind of had it immediately. We were at 11 around right here. Bruh, I skipped to this and now we're getting another ad. My ad blocker does suck. Damn, I need to get a new one. I mean, I don't watch videos on my computer, so I usually watch it on my phone.
When Jenny Sodder first started to doubt the idea that all trace of her children had been completely burned away by the fire, she started to experiment by burning piles of animal bones, none of which could ever be fully destroyed. She then contacted a local crematorium, who told her that it was not possible to burn human bones to ash, unless a fire generating heat in excess of 2000 degrees Fahrenheit was sustained for a 2-hour period, far longer than the Sodder house fire had lasted.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Later on in their investigations, George paid for a further search of the scene, which did unearth a number of damaged bone fragments. These were analysed by a state pathologist, who confirmed that they were indeed human vertebrae, but had come from a human male aged between 17 and 22 years old. Not only did this further point to the fact that nobody had died as a result of the fire, as it was well outside the age range of the 5 missing children, but it also completely undermined the report filed by Chief Morris. George eventually became aware of the rumours that Morris had indeed located human remains, refusing to disclose their existence to the family, and instead choosing to bury them. When questioned about...
Yeah, that's weird, right? Bones from 17, 22-year-old. So, like, whoever stole this has killed someone before. Jeez.
This by the police, the fire chief admitted to doing so, and led the family to where he had buried the biscuit tin the morning after the incident. When the contents of the tin were analysed, it was concluded that they were animal remains and not those of a human being.
Wow.
The hapless Morris was again confronted with the new evidence, and this time claimed he had buried a beef liver he obtained from a local butcher, in an attempt to give the family some degree of closure, should they inquire about the matter at some future point.
Wow. So he was just preparing to show them a beef liver, bruh.
Further evidence came to light when the driver of a bus which had been passing the address on the night of the fire claimed to have seen men throwing burning objects up onto the roof of the Sodder house. Another search of the scene uncovered a spherical object, made of thick green rubber, which bore more than a passing resemblance to a hand grenade. Given Chief Morris's clear aversion to telling the truth, and Jenny Sodder's insistence that the fire had started up on the roof of the house, it is clear that the blaze was no accident. The stolen ladders, severed phone line and sabotaged lorries parked nearby indicate that one or more perpetrators ensured the house was damaged to the point where it could not be saved, which in turn brings us back to the issue of the missing children. Working on the principle that their remains should have been relatively easy to recover, but never have been, there is significant weight to the argument that they were somehow removed from the scene without the knowledge of their parents. But what could be the motive for such a carefully orchestrated and sinister criminal conspiracy?
Right? Why go through all
what
that?
was the fate of the missing juvenile victims?
Yeah, planned kidnapping? Probably.
As a result of the family's billboard appeal,
I feel like if they were gonna kidnap them, wouldn't the other children know? Because those other children that survived, so wouldn't they see that, you know, the other children were kidnapped?
numerous witnesses came forward claiming to have seen the 5 children travelling away from Fayetteville in the company of strangers. A woman at a diner en route to Charleston claimed to have seen them travelling in a car with Florida license plates. A hotel owner in Charleston itself would later come forward, claiming the children had stayed there overnight in the company of 2 men and 2 women of Italian extraction, who became aggressive when challenged. The only motive ever considered by George Sodder was that he was being punished by Italian fascists for his opposition to the now deposed government. Were these innocent American children supposedly removed from the country and taken to Italy, either too young to remember their past, or too scared to risk the lives of their family by trying to make contact with them? Another theory is that the Sicilian mafia abducted the youngsters in order to extort money from George, an attempt that went badly wrong for all those involved. There are also some who claim that there is a far more sinister story at the heart of the incident, and that the family started the fire themselves in an effort to cover their tracks after somehow killing their own children.
Yeah, mafia.
Right up until his death, George Sodder followed every possible lead into their disappearance, however tenuous the information. He visited a convent in St. Louis after an anonymous tip that Martha was being held there against her will. A woman in Houston claimed that a man she had met in a bar claimed to be Louis Sodder after one drink too many. Not one of these leads ever produced any evidence regarding the fate of the Sodder children. Their disappearance remains a mystery to this very day.
Why would he be the one that kills
The
them?
sadness and tragedy associated with the loss of these youngsters is eclipsed only by the complete absence of any tangible evidence or hypothesis surrounding their disappearance. And however unlikely the scenario is that unknown offenders managed to successfully spirit them away from inside a burning building without the knowledge of their parents, with the absence of their bodies, it is difficult to draw any other logical conclusion. Ultimately, whether they were the victims of the carelessness and incompetence of Chief Morris and his investigation, or the machinations of the Italian mafia, is irrelevant. These were innocent and helpless children, who had never done anything to deserve the terrifying turn of events that would forever separate them from their parents and siblings. All we can hope is that with the lengthy passage of time that has elapsed since the tragedy occurred, advances in both genealogy and social media may one day provide the information needed to solve their disappearance. The story of Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty is far from over, and only by keeping their memory alive can this mystery ever hope to be resolved.
Well, hopefully they're alive somewhere. Maybe this has been solved. When was this made? In 2 years. I feel like if they're alive, they would have said something by now, right? Makai wants me to watch this. Jesus. What is this? Calling Squidward on FaceTime at 3 a.m. He came to my house.
Squidward, hello.
Oh no, calling Squidward.
What is up, Jesters? Welcome back to my channel. Today, you know, I was sitting down, I was trying to figure out what kind of video I want.
Did he actually come to your house, bro? I don't see him.
I'm gonna hide in the bathroom and make sure that I'm gonna
20 million views. He got 20 million views. Oh my god.
It's loud enough. I'm hoping that'll make that noise will be enough for him to maybe show himself in the stairs, and if we can get that footage, it'll be all worth it, okay?
It's Citizen Guy.
I gotta be quick though, because this is scaring the hell out of me.
So you called Squidward and he's knocking at your door. And that took you a perfect 10 minutes and 16 seconds. Huh, I wonder why. That's strange. Oh, hey Makai, we're watching your video now. Let me see if I can hear Squidward. It's Squidward! Oh my god! Guys, look! It was Squidward! He actually came! Holy shit. Yo, that actually kind of got me, not gonna lie. Wow. Alright, Raven, don't watch the Burns vid till I'm back. Alright, calling Pikachu. Calling Pikachu. Oh my god.
Get ready for warm weather.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting ads even though I turned on my ad blocker. That's pretty dumb. Hey, welcome back, Bread. Oh my god, Pikachu's actually on FaceTime with him. That's crazy. No way. How did he get to call Pikachu? Turn on your lights.
What are you doing? Doesn't make any sense. What are you trying to show me? Guys, this doesn't make any sense at all. Wait, what?
Does anybody ever believe this?
Wait a minute. Wait.
It's outside of his door.
Wait a minute. Yo. Guys. I think that's that right there. Wait a minute.
When does Pikachu...
Wait, it hung up.
Dude, why do I have to watch so many ads? Come on. This is too scary. Bruh, you had to depart because the wound started squirting blood. Jesus Christ. Oh shoot, I think it's gonna kill Pikachu.
Oh my god. He's out, guys. Okay. I think I knocked him out. He's not moving.
What the fuck?
That's the most terrifying thing I've ever done. It didn't hurt though, thankfully. I was expecting some sort of electricity. Now the hardest part is I have to get him, lock him in the washroom, and get the hell out of here, guys. Oh my god. Let's do this.
Let me see what the comments saying. I came here watching him in Slay Point. It is cool that Pikachu can talk without opening his mouth. Laughs head off. Pikachu looks so funny. Oh my god, Pikachu's electrifying him. Everyone's talking about this thing called Slay Point. I don't know what that is. He sounds like he could just kill someone. He's mad. It's not too scary. He's so cute. It's cute. It looked like he was dancing. It was awesome. Wonder if you can call Batman next time. That'd be totally freaky and cool. Oh my god. Hey, Lid. It said his son forcing. What the fuck? Yeah, you want me to watch this? You ever watch the short story film on YouTube? No, I do not. Send me one. I'll watch it. I'll take a look. Raven wanted me to wait for him. I don't know about this sun one. No, I know nothing about this blank room thing. Looks creepy. You guys are gonna ruin my search history on YouTube. This man's prolonging my vid. I am. I'm waiting for Raven. How about... Oh my god. Sonic came. Sonic called him and is in the room. Guys, it's Sonic now.
It was weird. Picking it up.
It's Sonic.
Just attack Mike.
How do I send it? Just send me the full YouTube video title.
Yo, what is up, jesters? Welcome back to another video. Tonight, I'm with my boy, Hunt Mike.
What do you want from me?
I mean, I want to know about Tails. Did you actually...
Oh my god, there's too many ads on this fucking video. This is getting worse and worse with those vids. I know. Who else does he call? I'm curious. Does he call anybody else? Ordering Five Nights at Freddy's potions? Oh god. Do not FaceTime Jeff the Killer and Slenderman. Jesus. Okay, I don't know when Raven's gonna come here, so is there any other video that might be shorter that we could watch? How did this vid not DMCA'd for showing a dead body? Lid, just send the, don't send the link, send me the video title. Links are disabled here. It's not short, it's like 15 horror short film other side of the box. Oh, I haven't seen this, but I remember seeing like a clip. I'll watch this. You like the little katana? Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, so Burns, we're gonna watch your video, but since Raven wanted me to wait, I'm gonna wait. Could I give more suggestions? Yeah, yeah, you could give me like one more video. I'll watch your video, I'll watch this one, and then I'll watch another one, and then end stream. I need an ad blocker for my I know I have an ad blocker. Look. It's enabled, but for some reason it's not blocking shit. It's such a great ad blocker, am I right? I've seen like a little clip of this before.
Cutting that broccoli, I'll be sure, you know. Just keep your eyes on the sauce, sister. I got the broccoli under control.
Welcome back, Raven.
No, really.
Okay, actually, since Raven's here, let's watch Burns' video first. I'm guessing it's this one. Okay. This is already starting out weird. Watch the one called I Heard It Too. Alright. I think you guys are gonna ruin my search history on YouTube, and I'm gonna be recommended bullshit like this. I had it so good too. Bruh. They look like Teletubbies. The way he ran. He's being forced to eat, guys. It's just super. Burns, what are you doing in your free time? I know, right? Although Burns said his wife got chopped up and cooked and souped them as forced to eat. Burns said that supposedly his wife and son got chopped up and put into a soup. I have a movie suggestion called Titan. Oh, movie. I'll have to watch that. Wait, why did they share that again? Oh. Okay, well that was short. Supposedly it's human remains. But I mean, this could be easily faked. Right? He was crying of happiness and gratefulness because of how good the soup they made him was. This is one of those things that should be scary but end up being ridiculous. When he started running, I died of laughter. Yeah, same. Alright. I heard it too. That's what he wanted to me. Ooh, this is interesting. Alright, we'll watch these.
You better believe I am not to be trifled with.
Oh god, that was cringy.
Broccoli is not to be trifled with.
Oh, hey, the sauce you can.
We started us off cringy. Let's start. Other side of the box. The running was hilarious. He went. And then they cut off. It's fake. I mean, it probably is fake, right? I mean, we don't know technically, but I feel like it's fake.
Keep your eyes on the sauce, sister. I got the broccoli under control.
Sister?
No,
Nice.
yeah, you better believe I am not to be trifled with.
She's trying to pull off a black accent, a black accent.
Recipe says stirring constantly. I swear.
I swear, if any of those 2-inch broccoli end up on my plate, you're getting it. I have to deal with a disappointing 2 inches enough as it is.
You are bad. Oh, that's why I like you, I guess. I mean, all 2 inches of me anyway.
Oh, God. Well, it's not a bad 2, I guess.
The jokes are kind of cringy.
Can I hear 3?
Lid.
You're getting me wet.
That's what I want to hear.
No, Jesus, you're getting me wet.
Alright, I'll get the door. You save the sauce.
Hold on. Why do you need 2 people to cook pasta? Okay.
Oh, shit.
Well,
it's Sean.
What is he doing here?
I don't know.
Oh, I really don't want to see him right now.
I got it. Sean? Long time, man. Good to see you.
Hey, Ben, this is a bad time.
No, I was just, no. Yeah, sorry, do you want to come in?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great. Thanks.
Passes hard. Yeah, sure.
Your mom told me where you were at.
Oh. Oh.
This is a nice place.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Where are you at now?
Same place.
Oh, cool.
I'm really sorry everything went down before.
No, it's water under the bridge.
Is she here?
Oh no, she's at her parents' house right now. She's decorating.
Oh. Great. Look, I just want to give you this.
Sean, you can I get you a drink or something?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes. Can you just do me a favor though?
Yeah, of course.
Can you open it?
Yeah, of course, man. Let's open it.
And open the box first. The card will make sense after.
He's trying to screw him over. Can you up the volume? I know it was almost all the way. Hold on. It's either this or you guys are just kind of deaf. Hold on. Now the computer volume is at the same level of my voice. All right. I love horror films. I do too. No, it's quiet compared to your voice. It's quiet compared to my... How? I have it at all the way. I don't know. It's weird. Here. I have it all the way. So, hopefully it's loud enough.
All right, I don't get it. Is it supposed to? Hey, Sean?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
What happened?
He left.
I need to win back.
No, iCarly. What was that? He left him something. He's screwing him over.
What's that?
A box.
Well, no shit. Ben?
It's better now? Oh, it's weird. I don't know. It was weird. Anyways.
Ben. Ben.
I need something.
What?
Weird.
Well, that's odd.
No kidding.
Don't. He gave this to you?
Yeah. There was a card.
Dear Ben, I'm sorry about everything before and everything now, but I had to give it to someone. I don't have it all figured out, but I know it can't move while you're watching.
Would I put my hand in the box? No. What I was thinking is you could get something long and put it in and then put it out, see if the box does anything. They threw back the pencil though.
Whatever you do, don't take your eyes off of it. It wants you to look away.
Hello?
Kind of looks like a run-of-the-mill
Hello?
British dude, not gonna lie. Guess something long? Yeah, guess something long. What if you put a hole at the other side of it? You could just destroy the box.
I'm calling Sean.
Hey, this is Sean. Leave a message.
Sean, hey, it's Ben. Look, I don't know what this thing is that you gave me here, but call me back. Now.
Why is it looking at you like that?
I don't know.
What do you think it wants?
I don't know.
Call him again.
Hey, this is Sean. Leave a message.
What do you think it wants?
I said I don't know.
Why is it looking at you like that?
Sean, hey, it's Ben. Look, call me back. Now. We're getting out of here. Rachel.
Right, just burn it.
We can't. We're not supposed to look away from it.
What happens if we do?
That's what we need to find out. Just for a second. Okay, we need to know what we're dealing with. On the count of 3.
I mean,
1, 2,
3. Could have been worse.
What? What do you want?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Just Ben. Don't let him leave the house.
It can't move as long as you're looking at it, right? That's what it says?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find Sean.
drop a match in the house.
I don't know why he did this, but I'm gonna find out.
Just put some gasoline and then take it outside and burn it.
One of us has to stay and watch it.
No, don't leave me alone here with this thing.
It's fine. We don't even know what it is, okay? It could be harmless.
Is that what you think?
Or yeah, you could just stab it while it's looking at you.
You know it has to be me, right? You heard what Sean said.
Not let you leave the house, that's exactly what it wants. Just be quick.
Just grabbing the knife too aggressive. I think in this situation it makes sense.
Hey, this is leave a message. Hey, this is Sean, leave a message.
Sean, answer the phone. I don't know why you did this, but I'm gonna find out. And told us what you said. I don't know what I could have possibly done.
What are you talking about?
Sean, why haven't you been answering?
What did you just say?
Why haven't you been answering the phone?
No, you just said it told us what I said.
Yeah, it spoke. Or echoed. It told us what you said.
What I said? What do you mean? Who's us?
Come on about me not leaving the house.
Ben, I didn't tell it to do anything. I didn't even know it could speak.
Sean, what's going on?
Ben, it's lying to you. I don't know why, but it lied to you.
Why did
Is it wrong that I thought the for knife would no. I thought of burning it first. You beard sun cleaner? What the heck?
you give this to us?
Us, you keep saying us. Who's us?
Us, man, me and Rachel.
She was at the house. Ben, where are you right now?
I'm coming to you.
No! You have to keep your eyes on it!
I know, Rachel's watching it.
No, Ben, you! God damn it, I gave it to you! You have to keep your fucking eyes on it!
Well, she's dead.
Ben, don't go back. Don't you go back there!
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah? What's up?
Where's the box?
Nah, that's not Rachel. Come on. Yeah, what's up?
I see you.
Rip. What's my theory? I think those people are the people who got taken by the box. So whenever someone looks away, they get taken by the box. That's my theory. Well, that's interesting. Watch Titan. I wonder what kind of movie that is. Titan. Ooh, it is a horror movie. Huh. I'll give it a look. I know, Ko. I saw it for a second and I didn't want to keep looking. God. There's so many pictures of Michael. It's hilarious. Okay, fine. I'll show everybody what I'm seeing. Is this Cutie posting this? Look, this is Michael as a girl, everybody. The fuck? Ew. How's that me? Ew, that's nasty. The weave gave it shit. Wait, who's sending this shit? It's fucking Cutie. I'm crying. It's so funny. I'm going back over time. This is it. The DSL? Nah. Michael's DSL. Michael has the DSL as a girl. Look at that. He's okay. He's prepared. Oh my god. I'm seeing this and so is my stream. This is scary as well. Oh my god. Cutie, what would cause you to do this? You should have just kept it at Michael. Michael, now we can fully realize his DSL. It's complete. Yours the scariest? But you're already a female. What are you talking about? The first pick of MC. I know, right? Damn. Oh, yours a man. Oh, you have to show that. You have to show it. I want to see that one. It's bad. Show it. Show it. I want to see it. This counts as horror. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, why you look so malnourished? The only thing I can describe this as you look ratty. What the hell? It's like a school shooter. Oh my god. Okay. If you guys want to see what Cutie is doing, just check the Discord. Nah, mine's not good. Mine's not good. It's the second link, everybody. Alright. So we're gonna watch one more video before I end stream. This one is called I Heard It Too. Deleted. Someone deleted the picture? So this one's called I Heard It Too. It is by the same people, I think, right? Right, Lid? I believe so. Alright, let's watch this one. This is my last one, and I'm gonna end stream. You can have multiple ad blockers. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get on that. Kitty deleted the picture. I just realized there's a cursed stream that's perfect. I want to reel it to MC. Yeah, we're watching horror videos, horror YouTube videos.
Night night, honey. I love you lots and lots.
My bedtime song.
Aren't you getting too big for me to sing you to sleep?
No.
Okay. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a
Different producers? Okay.
And if
Gotcha.
that diamond ring turns brass, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass gets broke, Papa's gonna buy you a billy goat. And if that billy goat won't pull, Papa's gonna buy you a cart and a bull. And if that cart and bull fall down, you'll still be the sweetest little baby in town.
Do you miss Daddy?
Yes,
Me too.
I know. And I'm sure he misses us both too. Now, go to sleep. I love you.
I love you too.
What happened to Daddy? Brad, you have to send a picture if you did it. If you tried. I want to see that.
Bethany.
My screen's glitching out? What do you mean? I don't see that. It's weird.
Bethany. Bethany.
Mommy?
Bethany, come quickly, I need to speak to you. You're not in trouble, I promise. I just want to show you something. Bethany, come on, honey. Bethany, come on, honey. Bethany? I'm downstairs. Bethany.
Hold on, guys. For some reason, my cat was scratching my door. Oh shit. Is that it? Oh.
I heard it too.
Who is it?
I don't know. But it's okay, they'll be gone soon.
Mommy, I'm scared.
I know. It's okay. Please, not now. Bethany? Where are you? I'm waiting.
Just we go see who it is.
No. It's okay, we'll wait. They'll go soon.
Bethany, are you hiding from me? Do not make me come and find you. I won't be happy.
This is when my hair was cooler.
Don't say anything.
Fine. Ready or not, here I come.
Quickly, hide in here.
What should I get on to do, Mummy?
Just hide, quick.
Bethany! Bethany! Bethany, where are you? Bethany, where are you?
Oh my god, Bethany, are you okay? It's okay, there's no one there.
Mummy, I saw her. One, two, three, 4, 5. Mummy?
Rip. She got snatched.
Mummy? Mummy?
Bethany!
Bethany, come here into your room. Remember, honey? Just count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn. Damn. They got Ian. They got Ian. Oof. That was better than another one. Alright, Kleiner. Actually, Kleiner, this is where I end stream. L Kid. Why L Kid? She got killed. That's not her. How is she supposed to control that? Poor mom and child. Damn. But yeah, guys, this is the last video. She could have counted 20. She should have counted all night. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll be back on I'll be back Wednesday. Yeah. You're ending? I am ending, unless you guys have another video. But we're almost at 3 hours. And also have 10 viewers. Holy shit. Hello everybody. I have my viewers off, so I never see that. Welcome to the stream. I usually watch horror. I usually play horror games or indie games if you're interested in that. You don't look bad as a female. Bye everybody. If you have one more video that's under like 10 minutes, I'll watch that. If not, then yeah. I hope you have a good evening, a good afternoon, good night. Yes, good night. Have a good day. For some reason, my cat wants to be near me. Bye bye, everybody. Oh, baby sheet, baby. What are you doing here? Why are you trying to get into the room so badly? What happened? Ow. Alright. Bye bye. Good night. Cat. Yes, cat. Is there anybody I can raid actually? No one I know is live right now. I guess not. Sorry, the cat kind of ran off. He wanted to come into my room and then he went somewhere else. Alright, bye everybody.
And now you're dead.